What's up, traders? Trade recap coming at you. So today, some great wins, also a couple of things I need to learn from and improve on, and I'm going to walk you through all of it. So hopefully we can learn together. One thing I'm going to start doing, if you see on this thumbnail, I want to be transparent and just kind of hold myself accountable with my wins and my losses, my actual numbers, so that I can stay on track and get some payouts, right? I have another one coming. If I trade well over the next 2 days, I should be able to qualify for a payout. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves though, because I still got work to do. First trade was last night during the Asia session on gold. This level, the gray shaded area here, I had marked up as either support or resistance, and it was holding nicely. So took a long because the risk to reward was good there, and just kind of caught it at the right moment. It just popped up. It usually moves around 7:30 or 8 p.m. Central Time, my time. So that's kind of when I started to look, and again, just caught it at the right time and took profit at my next gray shaded area, and it was almost like to the tick. So hit full profit in one of my accounts on that trade last night, so that was great. Let's move into the NASDAQ this morning. Took a couple of trades in the morning at about 6 a.m. So my first one was at like 420, and that was a loss, but the same idea, I entered again and ended up hitting on it. So my thought process here, you can see this really big trend line. I don't really like trade off of trend line breaks, but I do use trend lines just kind of for my eyes to like see what's going on. And it was kind of creating this little triangle here, resistance at this level, and it did break down and kind of retested this level. And once it rejected again, that's when I entered the short, and it ended up going up to my gray shaded area. So in hindsight, I really should have just been more patient and waited, because my levels have been on point lately. And once it hit that level, you can see there I had a super strong rejection and just plummeted down. So I was targeting previous day low, yesterday's low, and got out for full profit. So that's where I hit my profit target on my next account. Moving on, this is where I kind of started to get chopped up a little bit and ended up with a red day in my other account. So this first one, market open at 8:45, so 16 minutes into the open. Dumb trade. This one really should be scratched, and I should not have taken it. So obviously you can see it's very obvious there's a lot of choppiness there. In hindsight, I think it was just I had a bearish bias because it was trending down all night, and I was expecting it to go down. But we also had news releases at 8:45 and 9 o'clock, I think. So I should have just been patient and stayed out of the market at this point. But again, I had my bearish bias. So once it kind of started to drop down below VWAP and was not going any higher, I was thinking sellers were in control and was targeting orders at 21,000 on Bookmap. But really, I would have gotten out at like London low, liquidity sweep, or something like that. But that was a bad trade. Here, this one was just a little bit of a momentum trade. I was not looking for a huge move here. It was a breakout of the 15-minute opening range high, and then also broke above London high and my gray shaded area, which had been resistance all night, with a really strong bar up. So I did take a long, just a quick scalp to my next gray shaded area. So quick little 47 point trade there, to kind of make up for this loss here. This trade right here, I ended up getting out at break even. It hit my stop loss. I had moved it to break even and got out. In hindsight, I probably should have taken profit earlier or not even entered the trade. But this V move kind of just happened so fast that I didn't really make a decision fast enough on it. My thought process here was, again, it dropped below my gray shaded area, dropped below London high, was kind of starting to break below the New York anchored VWAP. Price just looked really weak to me. So I did take a short, entered right at about 233, 21, 233. and was targeting, was kind of just going to trail my stop maybe to initial balance low or Asia low or somewhere around this liquidity area. But obviously it didn't get there, came back up and stopped me on at break even. This next trade was kind of where I started to get tilted. In this journaling exercise that I've been doing here and kind of like talking through my trades, I've realized that if I have large unrealized profits and then I end up losing them all for break even or even a small loss or a small win, like any of those scenarios, that is the worst situation for me. Like I see, $400 in my account and then I only end up making $20. I get super frustrated and want to like earn it back or win it back or whatever. So this trade right here, you can see I flipped from a bearish bias all day to a long, and all of a sudden I was thinking we were going to have an opening range breakout. So it broke above VWAP, retested the 15-minute opening range high. I was thinking that all of a sudden we were going to go long. But it was still, that gray shaded area has really proved as resistance all day, pretty much up to that point, and I should not have entered that long. So at that point, closed my computer, finished in that account with a loss, and I'm okay with that. Walking away, really feel good about today, being able to look back and see where my mistakes were so that I can learn and improve and get better and live in to trade another day. All right, have a good one. Thanks, guys.